Welcome to Coffee Break with Researchers. Today, I'm having a coffee break with Nils Droste. He's an assistant professor at the Department of Political Science at Lund University.
Coffee Break with Researchers presents you with unique insights from the world of academia and higher education. We ask researchers directly and in a personal manner about their work. We make scientific knowledge accessible to all.
Nils, thank you very much for accepting this invitation to a coffee break. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me. I'm good. It's a bit rainy today, but I'm generally quite fine, thank you.
That's good to hear. Today I have a very sunny day, actually. I'm having today a black coffee from Costa Rica. Which coffee are you having?
So it's called Café Lungo. I'm not exactly sure where that's from. Maybe I should be more aware of what coffee I drink.
Yeah, that's actually important to know sometimes. Nils, I want to talk with you today about the integration of Sustainable Development Goals and Agenda 2030 into teaching at Lund University. I understand you developed the course Environmental Governance. Could you please tell me what the course is about?
So it is a course for doctoral students in general. It's located at the Klimbeko Graduate School that deals with climate change and biodiversity. And it's a one-week course which we will have online this year, given the pandemic.
And how did you integrate the Sustainable Development Goals into this course?
So it is a course about global environmental governance, which deals with the actors and the processes from both a practical and a theoretical perspective, so to say, in the realm of international environmental diplomacy. That, as such, is closely related to Sustainable Development Goals, right? And in the very beginning of the course, for example, we cover the history of how the ideas behind sustainable development developed themselves since the first Earth Summit in 1992 in Rio de Janeiro till the Sustainable Development Goals and the Agenda 2030 today.
That sounds very interesting. And why do you think there was a relevance for such a course? Why do you think it was so important to develop something like that?
So the Klimbeko Graduate School is predominantly for environmental science students and natural science students. That is to say, we thought it important to have a social science perspective on the decision making regarding environmental governance.
I'm thinking now of students. Mainly if you had a student in front of you, a PhD, thinking of signing up for a course, what would you say to him or her? In which way you think this course can add value to his development?
Yeah, so it's a relatively encompassing course, I would say. So, because we do cover, say, the theoretical concepts in environmental governance at the beginning. So there is like a shared understanding of the concepts we talk about, but then there are also many applied elements where we have a simulation of a United Nations negotiation, for example, like a summit, where we have aspects of a role-playing game in the course, which allows the students to experience the difficulty of international diplomacy, the difficulty of reaching a consensus, right, with so many different legitimate interests. And we will, this year for the very first time, also have a game that is called Politics of Nature, which allows so that's a book by Bruno Latour, and we have a collaborator from Denmark, Jakob. He's translating this book into a game, and in this game it allows the voiceless to be heard, for example, animals. So we we cover a whole range of different legitimate interests in how we govern ourselves and how we use the natural environment, including perspectives and voices of those normally not heard.
Wow, that sounds like an incredible, amazing project. And how do you make this happen from these theoretical and ideas to make it into practice? How is the methodology, the pedagogical methodology that you use to make it happen? So,
for example, with the actor, so I have a lecture on actors in international diplomacy, and I will open kind of the thinking of the students by just asking and discussing what they think is an actor and what determines agency, right? So we focus on that from a theoretical perspective first, and then the next day we follow up with this more applied United Nations summit simulation, so that they experience one and the same thing from two different angles and in interaction with each other. So yes, it's a bit of a spiral thing, right? That we return to things that we have already touched upon, but from a different angle. And so far that works well, but we are continuously developing the course further, and that is always based on what the students say. In the last session, we have a joint reflection on what went well and what should be improved.
That sounds great, very experiential and engaging. So would you like to share some of the experiences you've had with the students, or perhaps with the process of developing the course?
So we'll see how it goes this year, because it's going to be online, right? But last year, I mean, what I really like about it is that through having these interactive sessions, right, we can make use of the experiences that the students bring along already, because they come from different disciplines and they have knowledge, right? So an environmental scientist may have knowledge about say processes in the ecosystems that a philosopher does not have, but they come together in that course, and then in these interactive sessions we create a forum of exchange, and they learn not just from us but also from each other, because the design allows for that.
Wow, that's a truly impressive project. Thank you so much for sharing those experiences with us, and those were all my questions, and I wish you all the best this year for the online experience with the course, and I hope to see you next time in a coffee break.
Yes, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. If you are interested in more details about this course, you can find the link here below. See you next time. Bye-bye.